Good morning, my friends. Welcome to Roger's Reflections on Tuesday, October 6th, in the year 2020. I'm going to continue kind of focusing in the topic of prayer. Yesterday, I shared with you a passage from Jeremiah when he was complaining to God. Today, I'm going to kind of deal with a complaint from the Psalms, one of the Psalms, a Psalm of David. And I'm going to be doing the first two or three verses from Psalm 22. Now, what's interesting about this psalm is the first verse. You might recognize that verse. It is the words, the very first sentence. It says, my God, why hast thou forsaken me?" Those are the last words that Jesus spoke. He on the cross he spoke those words, and so people wondered, why did he do that? There's a variety of thoughts related to that. One is that at that moment on the cross, he is bearing the sins of the world, and God metaphorically turns his back on him. Jesus takes all of our sins, and God says, that's too ugly, and turns away. And so Jesus literally is crying out to God, "Why have you left me?" Another thought is that Jesus was quoting this psalm, and he understood the history behind it. And in the midst of this psalm, this is one of the psalms that the people, Israel, would know. David is crying out. It is kind of almost a conversation, even though it's a monologue. It is kind of conversational like. He talks about, my God, why have you forsaken me? Where have you gone? But then yet you are holy. And he kind of goes back and complains, and then he talks and says, "Yet I know my God is there with me, and he is there to support me and there to love me." And so the ultimate end of this psalm points to God in the midst of difficulty, that God is there. And so I like the idea of Jesus. His very last thought before he died was that this is tough, but God is there. This is difficult, but my God is with me. So listen to these verses, verses 1, 2, and 3. My God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from helping me, from the words of my groaning? Oh my God, I cry by day, but you do not answer, and by night, but find no rest. Yet you are holy, enthroned on the praises of Israel. In you our ancestors trusted. They trusted, and you delivered them. To you they cried and were saved. In you they trusted and were not put to shame. It's actually through verse 5. Let me read that again. My God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from helping me, from the words of my groaning? Oh my God, I cry by day, but you do not answer, and by night, but find no rest. Yet you are holy, enthroned on the praises of Israel. In you our ancestors trusted. They trusted, and you delivered them. To you they cried and were saved. In you they trusted and were not put to shame. When life stinks, when life is tough, when it seems like there's no other place to go, remember that God saved Israel multiple times. We have His Word to tell us and remind us of how many times God was there to protect His people Israel. And because He protected His people Israel, that is the example that He has set for us, and He will do the same for us. Even when we feel that God is far away, even when we don't feel Him at all, even when we feel like we're alone and struggling and nothing we do seems to make any sense. It is during those deep, dark times that we need to remember and claim the memory of the light. When the world is at its darkness, to know that the light is coming. When it is midnight and the clouds cover the sky and you don't see anything, to know that the sun is coming up in just a few hours. Even though you can't see it, even though you can't experience, but you still know that it will be there. You can hang on for just a bit more. When things are tough, when life is difficult, but you know that God is there. You know He is waiting for you. You know He is with you. His Spirit is with you. He is going to comfort you and guide and direct you. When things are tough, when you feel like giving up, knowing that there is Christ, the solid rock, can help us make it through those dark, dark hours. Hope this has been helpful. Take care, my friends. We'll talk to you tomorrow.